starting up the stream. As usual, I expect mostly this is just for my benefit, but if anyone wants to join along the way, get a little bit of vow drafting action, or as usually happens, it's great to look back on these after the set ends and be like, oh my god, I picked that over this card, I let this card go. So it's good, a good retrospective thing, just always to capture my first draft of a format. So, here we go. Arena, best of one, Premier Draft, Crimson Vow. Hey, is that Dom? HTML Dom. Howdy. If you can hear me. Oh, nice. Well, I've got one viewer for 1 minute, so that's already a record, right? It's curious doing streaming. Obviously, it's like a very one-way street. I'm used to more interaction. Yes, there's a lot of talking on my own. But yeah, I know the set reviews. Well, actually, if you've read the set reviews, then you're probably ahead of me because I've looked at tier lists and I've looked at I've heard one podcast, but yeah, it kind of just suddenly came out. I was trying to struggle to just even look at every uncommon and common before I did this draft. I haven't looked at the rares or mythics, but I have looked at every common and uncommon. And it's kind of I don't know. I have this gut feeling, and it could be wrong, but I have this feeling that it could be quite an aggressive set. Because the removal mostly is kind of clunky or a bit expensive. There's the blood mechanic, which again I feel like sort of helps out aggressive strategies because you can prevent flood, right? It's not really card advantage, but it's sort of card filtering, which is better for the aggressive decks, I feel. And then a lot of the, obviously, the Disturb being auras looks like it's going to, help a tempo aggro game. Lots of the blue cards also look quite slanted to be aggressive. It's I don't know, the standout 4-mana 3/3 blue card, which maybe I'm crazy, just looks really strong. It's like a 4-mana 3/3 unblockable, and then it comes back as an aura that makes something unblockable if it attacks alone. So I feel like they're all slanted, pretty aggressive. With that said, there's a bit of incidental life gain. There's a bit of incidental life gain. Green, and I am kind of excited that, yeah, green and the colorless uncommon, but the colorless uncommon that fixes mana of any color. And I think actually there's 2 in green, right? So maybe there's a sweet multicolor brew. Wonder if I might need to restart Arena, given that I'm 2.5 minutes in and I haven't found a draft table yet. Let's just give it a restart because I should probably cancel the queue because they're obviously doing some updating at the back end. Maybe they need to push a patch or something. Yeah. Well, I was avoiding playing for the first couple of hours today because there was this a matchmaking issue. I saw on Twitter everyone was going off about it, oh, you can't get a match, keep getting dropped out of events, etc. So, but they just tweeted that they'd fixed it, so I'm hoping that they have fixed it. Yeah, the blue card looks good. Also, there's a couple of cards that I think it's sort of really hard to evaluate. I wonder if I can bring up. I can't really bring up on this screen, but there's the one that attack. There's a white card that attacks and taps something, and it costs 3 mana, which is not quite as good as the Territorial Hammerskull in Ixalan, but it did remind me of that card. 3 mana 2/1 that attacks, taps a creature, and comes back with Disturb. 2/1 first strike in red. Oh, is it the? I'm trying to bring that one up now. I can't remember. I don't specifically remember the 2/1 first striker. I remember there's a great wolf in red that gets pumped up if you have another wolf or something like that. I'm trying to find this first striker. Oh yeah. That thing seems sweet as well. Yeah, a couple of the set reviews I listed too weren't particularly high on red, but I thought quite a few of the red cards seemed pretty good. Yeah, so there was the white card that tapped when it attacked, and also there's a blue card that's got Disturb when it attacks, gives something -2/-0. Like those effects on attack, I think, are always more powerful than. Well, it is kind of. It implies that you're going to be wanting to be attacking, right? With that said, the black green kind of high toughness deck looks kind of fun too. Maybe there's enough checks and balances in place to keep it from going on. I had a real hard time sort of evaluating what's it called, exploit. I feel like I'm not very confident with exploit. Like, it's pretty easy to make a mistake and sacrifice a creature when you shouldn't, or yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to play with that mechanic a bit more before knowing exactly what to do and when. All right, we're in. We're getting there. First draft, first pack. Waiting for the server. Alright, what have we got? No. Alright, just ignore that. Alright, this thing looks great. Double striker. This thing looks clunky. Yeah. I think this card could actually be pretty good. If it's an aggressive set, this is a good card. Pushes damage pretty well. Activates training. Another disturb card, but worse than the first one. Training seems fine. Whatever. The other two uncommons. This one is like a weird Vine Elemental that, like, when the counters get removed, like when it gets damaged, the counters get removed, but then it deals damage equal to those counters, which is weird. And this one, training, build around 5 mana 2/4, but like when you train on humans specifically, you draw a card once each turn. But I think this, I'm pretty keen for this double striker for the start. Alright, we've got a wizard thing. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1. Seems pretty cool. This thing, which I honestly don't think is very good. It looks like a 4 mana, 3/3 flyer, but you have to work a lot to get it to be a 4 mana 3/3 flyer. There's a Skull Scarab, sort of signature uncommon. We've got another kindly ancestor if we wanted to kind of pair with our disturb thing. There's also a braid in this pack. I think I'm probably looking between, yeah, just like staying on color with white, taking a braid, taking the wizard, or speculating on Skull Scarab. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how much blue-white is going to be on this, but it seems like it could be quite powerful. Like, it is a it makes 1/1s. 1/1s wear aura as well. 4 mana 3/2. I don't really know how good a braid is going to be, but I think at the beginning of the set we'll try the uncommons first. Also, I quite like the look of blue. Blue seems pretty good, and it's probably the best color to pair with white. What's this? 6 mana 4/4 flyer. Yeah, it seems pretty decent. Also seems, I like this card too, but then again I just like card draw. It goes well with the wizard. Wizard looks most fun. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of good cards for blue and white in this pack. This thing's sweet. Like Wretched Throng's kind of cool, but I guess it's more an exploit card. So I guess I'm looking between these three. So like a really good 2 mana 2/2, a 6 mana 4/4, which is just like strong, or just like draw spell, which combos well with the wizard. Yeah, it's kind of tough. How good is a 6 mana 4/4 flyer these days? I don't know. It's either that or this Drog Skull Infantry. You know, I'm going to take the infantry. Maybe the 4/4 flyer was better there. Ooh, I love this card. What are the other cards here? We've got weird pinging thing, black-red signature uncommon. I think this card is sweet. I'm going to select that for the moment. This is a weird card. I don't really know why. Like, why do you want to discard creature cards? Anything else super powerful? I guess there's a Flame Burst Bolt. Good red card. I think I'd probably take the Lantern Bearer over the Bolt initially, just because threats are better. So I'm kind of steering down a blue-white tempo aggro, which is sort of where I want to be. So yeah, happy to take the spirit here. Ooh, I probably have to take this card now, right? That seems unplayable. Obviously, Braincomb is great. Yeah, whatever stuff. Exploit creature. Yeah, there's a Spore Crawler, but yeah. Alright, we're in blue-white Brinecombing. So this is kind of cool, because this obviously works with the backside of any of these creatures. I don't know if there's any removal in blue and white. I guess you just sort of have to be tempo. There's a couple of bounce spells, right? To be honest, yeah, I don't know how to, but like I've already got 3 non-creatures. Like it's kind of cool that I can play non-creatures. I can play a deck of creatures that also has a lot of non-creature spells in it, which is kind of, I think this might be a good fit there. There's another Flame Blessed Bolt here. So kind of here, I think it's between the Stitched Assistant, which exploits, but it's just a 3/2. Honestly, I was pretty high on this when I was just grading the cards. If it is an aggressive format, 2 mana 3/3 defense. Like I'm always surprised by 2. You like Stitched? Yeah. Maybe I'm too low on exploit. But basically, what I was going to say is, I've always been impressed by like the 2 mana 3/3s that can attack. There was a bunch of like 2 mana 3/3s you can pay mana to attack with them in some other set. They're always good. There was a 2 mana 3/3 that lost Defender when you played a land or something. That was also good. Don't think I want this Entomber. It's best of 1. I was going to take wilds here. Yeah. So I've always just been impressed with the 2 mana 3/3s that have Defender but then lose a Defender. Especially if it's an aggressive format, then like 2 mana 3/3 is great. Just blank. Oh, there's the green one, right? As well, the dragon, the 2 mana 3/3 in green that could attack if you had a 4 or greater thing was also very good. So I feel like I'm higher on that. So I guess this is fine top end. Like the rest are just commons, not jumping out of my way. Bordered Window would be interesting. Yeah, so anyway, I feel like this could be pretty good. Like, it might be terrible, of course, but in this specific deck as well, like, where I might want to gum up the ground, attack in the air with, like, tiny flyers. It's a great defender. The training guy wield. I think at this point... do I really want to play 2 of these Scarves? But maybe this thing's good? No, that thing's terrible, right? 5/5. I think this card is probably better than it looks. I'll take an Heirloom. Maybe there's a splash. Yeah, that's my hot take for the 3/3. This is a good pump spell, actually. It's probably like one of the best pump spells we've seen in recent sets. But there's my removal. Haha. This, what? I mean, not that I'm in this colour or going to splash it, but like a 2 mana 2/4 blocker that attack. I don't know. Seems good. It's a wolf. All right, I'll take this ambush now. So yeah, I'm kind of happy that we got this Braincomb. Not really sure if these colours are open, because who knows? Returnal. This just is a blank. So there's a Hero's Downfall. Build around. Not really anything for like a blue-white Disturbish deck. There's another one of these, but the first one wheeled. There's a training thing. I guess how I see the blue-white deck playing out is you play some cheap threats and then kind of then make an evasive threat and go from there. What's this do? When it enters the battlefield. Oh, jeez. This is not a good pack, I think. Could be okay. Could be okay. I don't know. Everything in this pack just seems mediocre. I'll take a blue card. There's a lot of white cards in that pack. Maybe one will come back. So we've got the egg, which is good if we have exploit, which we don't have exploit. More Flame Blessed Bolts going around. Actually, it's kind of a removal spell. Also, I do like a Wretched Throng. Do I have much flying? Not. I've got ways to make flying. This makes flying. I think the Fierce Retribution. People probably overvalue removal in the first days of the format, so it's going to be harder to get removal. I could see taking Biolume Egg here as potentially the best card, but I don't have any exploit currently. If you draw another human, draw a card. What are these? Spirit, Spirit, Spirit. Okay. Oh, Valorous Stance. Ah, just getting past removal after just saying that. Oh, so white has removal, I guess, but blues may be a bit lacking. There's also this enchantment thing, which would probably go in my deck if it wheeled. Catapult Fodder. Looking forward to playing this card at some point. Okay, so I've got Cobbled Lancer here. It's kind of a sweet creature, but I don't really want to exile creature cards from my graveyard because I've already got stuff that exiles from my graveyard, plus the creatures that I have dying I kind of want a flashback, so I think this is just going to be another Drog Skull Infantry here. Alright, what's this? Panicked. When it or another creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. It's 2 mana 2/2, so that's fine. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 more life this turn, transform it. Seems okay. But there's also another Drug Skull Infantry, Fierce Retribution, and a Steel-clad Spirit, so it's going to go for the other infantry. What's this one? Yeah. I don't really have ways to gain life. Okay, there's the Exploiter. There's also this, but I don't really need that at the moment. Spore Crawler. Alright, well, I'll just take a Stitched Assistant. It's probably fine. I've got a way to make creatures, and my creatures can come back. This seems like it's good, right? 5 mana, 3/3, activate an enchantment and sorcery. Yeah, seems good. Don't think I need combat tricks in a deck that's full of auras. Okay, so this thing came back, and so did this aura. Which one do I prefer? Probably the one that pushes damage, I guess? I mean, because I don't really care if my creatures... I mean, obviously, I guess you put this so you can protect your enchanted creature, right? Like, if you aura up a creature, yeah, I could see that. I could see that being a thing. Okay, so all of these cards came back. Can't attack alone, but it's a good blocker. There's also this, but I'm not really doing the training thing. I'm gonna take this. I don't think I want this training creature. Like, I like the 4/2. I just don't think it's good in this deck particularly. I might actually want a way to suit up my little flyers, or like augment my dudes, so I think this is better than a combat trick. Oh, the Catapult Fodder came around. No one wants to be in the butts deck. Mill 2 cards, another Ceremonial Knife. Whatever, I'll take the Piercing Light. Yeah, Piercing Light's fine. Vampire Slayer's fine, whatever. Okay. No one's in butts. Keeping in mind, I could splash if I want. I've got 1 Evolving Wild so far. So Circle of Confinement, good removal spell. What am I talking about? White's got tons of removal spell. Oh, my favorite uncommon. Can I pass this card? It's not very good in my deck. But it's such a good card. Circle of Confinement, better than Valorous Stance? I think they're splitting the difference at this point. Right, I've already got 1 Valorous Stance. Also, this is an enchantment, so it triggers the spirit thing. There might be other things that care about enchantments, so yeah, I think this is probably premium. Got a Panic Bystander, 4 mana 3/3 flyer that kind of does some funky things. Probably, I mean, I can't activate this, it just transforms into a 3/5 if I find a way to gain life, and people seem to be taking those life gain cards pretty highly. So maybe I'll just take the Witness as just like a decent card. Yeah, alright. Blue and white drying up a bit here. There's a flyer that can only block flyers. It's a bunch of red, but ship has sailed on red, so do I want another 2/2 or boarded window? No, I don't really want any of those. I guess I'll take this flyer then. I don't know if I'll play it. Oh, there's my favourite flyer. Oh, there's also a Diver Scarb though. Ooh. I think the flyer is better in my deck. Like, the Diver Scarb is a better card, probably. And I don't mind it. But I've got a bunch of 5-drops anyway, plus I've got the Brian Coma synergy. I think the Lantern Bearer is actually going to turn out to be better in my deck. Oh, another Spirit. I'll take that. I've now got even more enchantments that I can trigger. Cheap card, Fear of Death, and basically nothing else. This creates a blood token, Find Filler. I don't think I need removal. It's gonna do a little hate draft. Alright, there's another Whispering Wizard. Seems pretty good. Okay, I've got a lot of disturb stuff now, plus I've got a lot of, like, this is a creature that's not a creature, so it triggers this. Yeah, it seems good. I mean, I'm probably not playing this, 2 of these. Return, so the bounce spell, another Thingo, another Nurturing Presence. Probably never playing 3 of those. So I guess I'll take a bounce spell, which I also probably am not playing. Do these get better in multiples? I don't know. So there's a counter spell, another Fierce Retribution. This is kind of like what it is at the beginning of the format. You just get tons of stuff and you have to figure out which of it is good. I mean, I'm definitely not a sealed window deck. Well, I said that. I could be a sealed window, boarded window, whatever it's called. Alright, what's the best one of these to hate draft? I do like this Nature's Embrace. I think it's a sweet card. Right, I'll take this Wedding Invitation. It's colourless. How are we going? Yeah. Yeah, I think the most interesting choice was between the Diver Scar, which is like the 3 mana. Actually, I got a lot of removal. I didn't realize, but white has a ton of removal. I got this Circle of Confinement. I'm not sure if I'm going to play Piercing Light. So I got Circle. I've got 2 Fierce Retributions, so I could play both of those if I want. I got Valorous Stance. I've got these 2 Chill from the Graves. I'm not really sure about either. So yeah, I think, and the Circle was a really good pickup. It's an enchantment that's also a removal spell. So yeah, I kind of got question marks over more removal or like other creatures. I got a second Whispering Wizard. What's the knife? Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, I just was thinking I might want a way to buff my flyers. It seemed like a decent thing to stick on a 1/1 flyer. Also kind of could help me, like I've got one way to make blood tokens. I think maybe one of them might be alright. I've got 2 of these currently, which are kind of like enchantment creatures, and I guess they trigger this, so they could be alright. I guess the question is, do I want this, like, Skywarp Scarb? I kind of don't really have many creatures in my graveyard, so it's not going to do much. It's just a 2/5 flyer. It's a very good blocker. I don't think it's very good in my deck, though, because most of it, and I just got, like, a random 2-drop here. It's big, but it doesn't really do much. I've also got a bounce spell just hanging out on the sideboard if I want. Yeah, I just got a bunch of things I'm not really sure what's better. This cares about non-creature spells. There's just like random things here. So my deck is kind of trying to attack, get value, come back, buff things. Huh. This is a zombie. Not that it really matters. That's a zombie as well. So I could put this in. I mean, I've already got. I've got to make 2 cuts, and I've also got some other stuff I might want to bring in. I don't think this card's very good. I don't really want to exile creatures from my graveyard, because most of my creatures come back anyway. I don't need flyers. I've got a bunch of things that grant flying. What's my creature count? 16? It's decent. I'm going to start with 17 lands for the moment. I do have places to put mana. Serpentine Ambush plus Double Strike. How about Piercing Light? What do we think about Piercing Light? And what do we think about Chill from the Graves? I kind of like Chill from the Grave. Piercing? No, it does blocking as well. Then you scry 1. There's a lot tacked onto that card. I could split the difference. I could do 1 Chill, 1 Piercing Light. Probably, like, this is just a completely vanilla 2-drop. Probably don't need it. I've got a lot of other 2-drops that are better. So, kind of like going wide and small. Any zombies? I have. Well, I took out 1. I've got 1 zombie, I think. Yeah, 1 zombie. Yeah, alright, I'll see how this goes. And I'll probably tweak it as we go through the rounds, figuring out what I actually want. Do I want that? Is that the best balance for islands? What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 versus 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, alright, I've got 1-drops that are blue, sure. I don't think I saw any, like, mass pump effects in the spoiler. Not like... I mean, there was a white sorcery that gave something +3, +3, +2, +2, and +1, but nothing like, you know, give all your creatures +1, which should be the classic thing to pair with a bunch of 1/1 flyers. Gee, this is a slow hand. Opponent goes first as well. But I have all my colours of mana, and I have a lot of 2-drops in my deck. And mulliganing is bad. It's the red-green wolves. Oh, I see piercing light here. Bam. Okay. Well, now at least I've got a non-creature spell to cast. Am I just taking 6 again from this wolf? No, alright. Oh, is this Daybound Nightbound? So I kind of want to cast a spell now, right? What's it flip into? It's a 6/3. But then they also get night stuff. Huh. Depends how much I care about it being night. So if I tap it now, well, if I tap it now, then I get to play. I only play a 3/3, so I still only trades with it. I think it's still probably better to do it in their turn. Although they are a red-green werewolves deck. The thing is, like, this being a 6/3 doesn't make a big difference. It's really whether or not I care about it being night or not. So I think the attacks are going to be what I care about more. Alright. Alright, let's see what big werewolf is coming down here. So, oh, this is a good one. So I could double spell this turn if I wanted, because to cast 2 little lantern bearers. So this is an untapping. It's a 6/5. So but I cast 2 spells, it becomes a 5/4. It's not a big deal. But casting Whispering Wizard this turn doesn't do much. Well, if a 4-drop is going to be the most mana efficient, if I'm not blocking with it, then I probably should play the Cruel Witness to attempt to block the wolf. Oh, actually, I could play the Whispering Wizard to attempt to block the wolf. The Whispering Wizard is slightly better in the late game. I don't have any non-creature spells at the moment. These are good chumpers. I think I want to do 4-drop and then 4-drop and 1-drop next turn to flip it back. I have to wait for one of my removal spells to actually kill this thing. If I can get these online, I'm going to have a lot of 1-drops, which is a good thing to be able to chump block. How much does this cost? 3? What's this do? 3. Okay. So I can exile that. Or I can go Wizard plus Lantern Bearer. Or I can go Circle plus double Lantern Bearer. If I go Wizard, I'm getting a bit low, but if I go Wizard, the Wizard can threaten to trade with this. And then next turn, if I cast a Circle, I get a 1/1. Yeah, so casting, this is basically the same as just casting, unless they have a removal spell, of course, which they might, but... Also, if I do this, kind of, at least now I can threaten to trade with this 5/4. Looks like we've got another removal spell coming in, which is going to be pretty hard. If they have another removal spell, it's pretty hard to come back from this. Or a pump spell. And they just played their land instead of sacrificing to the blood token, which is not a great sign. Wolf Strike, okay. So, I'm not dead, but I'm pretty close. I guess I just have to block that. Can't really get fancy. So if I draw a land this turn, I can go Wizard plus Circle, take out that. This makes a 1/1. We're just on chumping for like ever now. I think I have to play this Brine Coma and like hope to hit a land next turn. Or I could play Circle. Maybe it's just better to play Circle now. Like, I really wanted to get the value off this, but I think I just need to Circle. Because otherwise it's just chump blocking. Okay. So I go for the risky play, which is play this, put this on it. But it's still only a 2-2, so that's not great. I need to play 2 creatures to block. Ideally, I'd like one of them to trade. I really wanted to save this so I could start getting a bunch of triggers on it. What else can I do? I can do this and this. No, that's pretty bad. Well, I could do this, plus the Brine Coma, plus the Lantern Bearer, which is probably the highest upside. And then... Oh no, I can't, because I don't... Oh yeah, I can. It's just tapping my blue wrongly. I mean, obviously I just die to a removal spell anyway, so there's no point playing around a removal spell. Actually, what do I want to put this on? Because this... I'm definitely playing this. What are my blocks going to look like? I'm going to have a 1/1 flyer. I guess the flyer is less important to me right now than just having a creature, so... So then... There's a chance that next turn I draw a land. And I put 2 auras on this Drog Skull thing, make 2 1/1s. Yeah, I know. The tapper was against me. If you just keep if they just keep drawing lands, all right. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. So now I can suit up the flyer. Alright. And this makes a 1/1 again. And gets +1/+1. So, you know. Not doomed. And I don't think I can afford to attack now. Because I might need to chump with this. I don't want to chump with it, but I might need to. Not dead yet. Oh dear. Okay. Getting close to dead. Is there anything in my deck that gains life? Let me have a quick look. Don't think so. Alright, nothing in my deck that gains life, but I can kill this potentially if I draw a good removal spell. So they're thinking whether or not to attack with both. No, they just have another removal spell. Okay. Go to 1, facing multiple lethal threats. Okay, well I'll just trade with this then. That's fine. Need to draw a removal spell that's cheap. Or they don't draw any non-creature spells is my other out. Oh, hang on. Can I even survive this turn? No, unfortunately. Close. Alright. That's a good game. I mean, it was a good game that we were behind the whole time. We didn't quite lose for a long time. Yeah, well, our opening hand was pretty like it needed a little bit of help from the deck, let's say the least. Any thoughts from that? Not really. I kind of just was behind the whole time, so I can't really assess what was good in the deck and what wasn't. I guess I could take away that the werewolves seemed slightly better than they did in the last set. Okay, what have we got? I have no creatures, but I do have a creature, so I've got knife. Alright. I would like to draw some of my cheap early cards at some point, but hopefully we'll get enough games that we'll be able to do that. Alright. Green, white. See that where I've got 3 of these. Where are they? So I could go Lantern Bearer plus Presence on it, but I guess I want to get this thing down as early as possible because then it starts triggering more often. Yeah. Let's take that. Okay. They also went on the Drogskull Infantry train. So now I can Presence. Thing is, like, if I can be mana efficient, I can play this and play the Lantern Bearer. But if I Presence, then this is going to be a big threat quickly. So I think this is probably better. Bam, bam, bam. Going rather wide. So I've got the option here of double blocking. I don't think I need to at this point. I've got the chill and I've got the assistant, so having creatures out is good. What's this do? Fights zombies? Or destroys artifacts. Well, alright, I guess you can destroy my artifact. So chill. Or exploit, draw a card. I think I want to play this card because it trades well with this thing. I can't really attack with this one currently. I can play one creature, becomes a 2/2, but that's not great. But I guess I could draw into. Well, hang on, no, I don't want to tap like that. I could draw into a 2-drop. So, or is it just better to attack first and then exploit? Yeah. Alright, so my plan is to have this trade with that. And then I guess I'm not really blocking these two, so I'll just attack with all my flyers, take 4 on the backswing. Hopefully draw a 2-drop that trades with this. I'll exploit the Lantern Bearer because I actually get value out of that. Alright, 2-drop. Oh, that... Oh, also, I've got Chill of the Grave active now. Nurturing Presence is actually pretty good. My Brine Chrome is going to be huge. Alright, so now I save the Nurturing Presence and I cast Chill of the Grave instead. This is... Yeah, okay, alright, I like this. Okay. So they make the 4/3 bigger, I tap that. That's fine. Go to combat, I tap this. And then I can trade with either of these if they attack with it. Or I can just take it, because I have a pretty good attack next turn, so I think I'm just going to take it. Like this turn, I make... This turn is huge. Alright, so I start with Presence on this. This is going to be huge, this thing. And then I can give it Flying, which also makes a 1/1. It's going off. Alright, so now I attack with my 7/7 flyer, obviously. Attack with the 3/2. That's 10. So it doesn't have to be blocked, and then I just keep these things back as chump blockers, and then I've just got a bunch of flyers next turn. That seems decent. I could attack with some of the flyers as well, but that just gives them an easy chump. I think this is okay. So now I just have basically lethal in the air. They have to play a removal spell plus like a blocker, which they could do. They don't have any mana, so they have all their mana up. But then this comes back from the graveyard, so I still think attacking with all is okay. I mean, drawing a land kind of guarantees I sort of have to attack with all creatures. Drawing a creature there would have been nice. Yeah, alright, that's fine. But you still need another removal spell. Yeah, alright. Well, that was kind of cool. Just sort of comboed off. I could see this deck running out of gas, potentially. Yeah, I guess I had the knife, so if they hadn't blown up the knife, I would have been making blood tokens and then pitching the lands. Because I definitely want a way to get rid of excess lands in this deck. Oh, look, we got a 2-drop in our hand. Alright, might be facing down some exploit action. It's a 2/1, so if I play the Presence on this infantry, it goes to 3 power, and then it would trade with both of those. Yeah, that's alright. Okay. Ooh. Good old 1 mana 3/3. Alright, well, I don't know. Guess it's like a bounce spell. I don't think there's a flash reach creature. It costs 2, so. Is there a counter spell that costs 2? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Oh, this is a zombie. Zombie horse. Okay, this can block flyers, so that's decent. They bash for 3. Fierce Retribution. So I can suit up my spirit, or I can just play a flyer. Suiting up the spirit gives me a 1/1. Means I can attack. Playing a flyer is just more mana efficient. I think while I've got the Whispering Wizard on board, this is better. Yeah. The thing, I could not attack because then I can block the spirit, but then if they get into a racing situation, I'm kind of okay with that. Like I take 5 here. That's okay. Then next turn, ideally I draw a land, then I can do Cruel Witness plus Fierce Retribution. Yeah, I can now do Chill of the Grave plus Fierce Retribution, so that's also okay. So I probably want to attack with the spirit to force. So I'm Fierce Retributing. What am I chilling? I'm chilling the. I could chill now, but I think chilling in their turn is better. Well, actually, if I chill now, then I get a big attack. And you know what? I'll come out of chilling now. Yeah, plus I even got a land to play. So I think I Fierce Retribution the spirit, because the Cobbled Lancer gives them value out of their graveyard. Like, this could get countered, but I don't really care if it gets countered. Still get a 1/1 out of it. They have to spend some mana. Yeah, sure. Like, okay. Whatever. I kind of prefer you do that than play a creature. So I've got 3, 6. No, I've just got lethal. Right. Yeah, right. So yeah, probably them playing the counterspell there was not. Like, if they had any creature, they just needed to play that instead. Taking a look at what I could prefer in this deck. Yeah, stuff. I mean, the Heron-Best Geist, the 3/3 has just been stuck in my hand every time I've had it. Now here it is again. No, I'm not going to keep this one though. Okay. Keep the 6. Ceremonial Knife looks unlikely to be good in this hand. Question is, do I trade if they attack? Answer is yes. Oh, it's the traveling. It's the crew. The whole crew is here. I mean, they still get blocked by Lantern Bearer, so... Okay, alright, so it's a bit of a training deck. Get a bit of training in, gain a bit of life. So I've got chill and stance. This is flying training, so they can't... They have to... If they buff up... No, they can't do it. So I just attack with 1. And I'm probably casting chill from the grave just to cycle it. And hit my 4th land drop. You're back. Well, we won 2 games in the time you were gone. We kind of comboed off, which was sweet. I had like double of the thing that meant... How many lands? 17. Yeah, we had the 2 mana enchantment that like when something came in makes a... Or when something comes in makes a 1/1, and we had it on the thing that when an enchantment targets it makes a 1/1, and we got it up a 7/7 or something at one point. Alright, so this is fine. Obviously I can't counter that. If you gain that life, you gain 1 instead. Oh! Look at this! This is a sweet combo. So you gain 2 life every turn. Alright, alright. I'm coming around to these things now. That is decent. And some decent decent life gain there. Problem is, I'm not putting any pressure on it. I need a land really. So maybe instead of playing the Steelclad Spirit, I just need to cast Chill from the Grave again. Like I'm not getting anywhere by attacking. I mean, I'm getting slightly there, but I'm not racing nearly hard enough to stop these ministers. Do I care about hitting the land this turn versus next turn? I don't think so. Yeah, I know, this is sweet. I didn't even see this combo when I was looking at the spoiler. Okay. You can attack. Alright, well, I'll just keep this stupid heron tapped for a while. I guess playing the spirit is best here. Oh, they're all spirits. Playing the 3/3. Yep. Gain 4 life. So if I draw a land, it's interesting whether or not I play... the wizard. I didn't even draw the land, so don't even get that choice. So the heron gets to attack next turn. It gets to train this thing, presumably. Or they could actually train the heron, which is probably better. But if they train the heron, then I can Valorous Stance it. Yeah, well, no, play with what I've got. So I feel like I want them to train the heron, so then I can kill it with Valorous Stance. So in order to do that, I probably want to make another flyer. Because I kind of wanted to save this for this, but... Well, hang on. They might just do that anyway, and maybe I should just play another blocker for the Hook and Mariner. Do I want double striker? No, I probably want this. Alright, so I just have to hope that... I want my opponent to buff the heron to the point where I can kill it. If I keep these two back, then they won't want to buff the Griff Rider, presumably. Well, hang on. How does it work? They make this bigger, and this becomes a 3/2. Yeah. So maybe if I really wanted them to do that, I could have attacked with one, because then they make this bigger, and then this can attack past my one Lantern Bearer. As it is, they have to lose a flyer if they no, they can attack with the Mariner. Wait, what happened? Oh, they're making the Mariner bigger. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So they can attack with the Mariner and hopefully the Heron. Fingers crossed the Heron. Ah, damn it! Why didn't you attack with the Heron? Oh, because this has training. Hang on, how does training work? Oh, the Heron can't get bigger anyway. Ah, I see. I mean, if they've combat tricks, this goes badly for me. But also, I'm kind of okay exchanging resources. I've got so many resources in my hand. I just kind of need to need to wait until I get lands to cast them. Land's good. Probably leading off with Whispering Wizard, just taking a bunch of damage and then trying to build up. So they can make this greater power next turn. And then so I take 8 in the air. But I can't block anything in the air anyway. And Valorous Stance wouldn't kill anything. So it's not much of a choice, really. This is a neat little package to know about. So just having the Travelling Minister and Heron of Hope combo in white. Interesting. Okay, so I definitely want to cast multiple spells this turn. So it's probably Twin Blade Geist, Nurturing Presence. Valorous Stance still doesn't kill anything, so... Well, it could if they equip the Ripjaw. Alright, I probably need to do that then. So, let's make a bunch of 1/1s. May as well attack with this. Gotta get that life total down somehow. And then just hope that I can Valorous Stance something. Oh dear. The Heron. Please just put the Ripjaw on the Heron. I mean, it makes sense to put the Ripjaw on the Heron, right? Because then you can train the Griff Rider again. How does training work? Whenever this creature attacks, so I need to kill it before attackers are declared. Yeah, alright. Oh, they're just going to attack with both. Alright. Opponent almost at 50 life. Getting close. So... right. attack with this. Yeah, sack it to this and draw exactly a land. Alright. I'm still very dead, but this is probably the best I can do. What's this do? Just gains indestructible. Okay. Should have kept the... If I kept the flyer around, Alright. Oh, hang on. I needed to respond to that trigger. Whoops. Oh, I was dead anyway. I was like, I'll respond to the trigger after they've paid, but then, that obviously doesn't work. Alright, might need to bump my estimation of the white 1-drop up a bit. Given that, yeah, did some work there. Could this be a format where white is the best colour? Don't think... I can't even remember a format where white was the best colour. Maybe back in that M something or other. Okay. I don't think making 2 blood tokens. Well, maybe it was better to play the Geist anyway, because then at least I had the option. Yeah, it's probably better to play the Geist. Whoops. I was like, this does the same, but it does the same amount of damage, so... And they can attack into the same things. Actually, I don't know, my kind of this thing's better now. So what does it do? Attack creature card from your to your hand. Okay. Well, let's attack for 2. See what happens. Basically, I want to draw anything in my deck that's not a 4 or 5 drop. Anything that's not a 4 or 5 drop. Yeah, land's good. So Wizard's not a particularly good play. This has training, right? But this just hoses whatever they don't put the counter on. Attack with the Drogskull Infantry and then play probably just Cruel Witness, because I can't trigger this at the moment anyway. Target player exiles. Alright. Well, there go those things. I guess I'm just putting on the Cruel Witness now. I probably do want to still attack with the infantry, because if it trades off I've got a play to do next turn. If I put it on the Twin Blade Geist, it's not great. So attack with his infantry while I've still got the chance. Well, that's not triggering anytime soon. Question is Wedding Spirit going to get to is Steelclad Spirit any good on the battlefield? Huh. It's not really. Like, even if I trigger it, it can't attack past this 1/5. With that said, it's probably better than a land. I've only got one thing in my deck that costs more than 4. So I think I can pitch lands to these blood tokens. Whoa. If I pick up an enchantment here. Still live to pick up an enchantment. I guess I'm going to sack the infantry. So I can attack with all. That's fine. This gives me an enchantment for next turn. They're just not gonna kill any of my creatures. But if they take if they take 6, then I'm gonna say they have to have a way to deal with Cruel Witness, right? They have to kill spell. I don't actually know what the removal's like in this format. There might be some sweeper that I don't know about. How have the 3/3s been? I don't really know. I mean, underwhelming this game because I didn't trigger them at all. I can just keep that in hand then. Yeah, the 3/3s have been underwhelming this game. It's fair to say. But there you go. Sometimes a flyer with an equipment on it is good enough. It's funny, I've been mana screwed lots of games, despite having a very low curve and 17 lands. Probably can't do cause and effect yet since I've only played, 5 matches or something. Oh, okay. Well, it's a hand with spells and lands, and both colours lands, and more lands than I've had in most games, so not going to argue with that. I keep drawing my double Whispering Wizard. Maybe this card is not as good as I thought it was. I mean, it's a bit clunky. I get a bit clogged at 4. Ooh, the Throng. Okay. Oh, hang on. Can't cast that. This one. That's what I meant. So I can cast this into Militia Rallier. Archghoul. So when another zombie dies, this is a zombie, right? Yeah. So I'm never blocking that. Um, Also, I'm probably not blocking this one, because I want to be able to attack next turn. They don't know that, so I think I'm going to attack now. Because this turn I cast this, then next turn I can attack with both, untap this, if it survives, that is. Whenever another creature you control dies. Okay, so they're setting up for a big turn. Ooh, that was a good draw, though. I don't really care if this flips yet, so if I attack with both, they really want to block on the Wretched Throng. So I could go Circle plus Drogskull Infantry this turn. Circle like the Thraben or the Wretched Throng. Probably the Thraben. And that's probably better to do. I don't think it's worth getting greedy. So if I do that, I exile this, I attack with both. They can block with that and flip this, but then that still just gets blocked by this. Alright, we're probably not exploiting. Okay, yeah. So now I guess we sit back behind Whispering Wizard. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just play both Whispering Wizards out and hope we go long. Oh, okay. Getting a little, they're getting a little go wide action of their own. Oh, they don't have another Throng though. That's sad. So they probably should attack with the Rot-Tide Gargantua. That's a good attack because you trade with two creatures. Yeah. So, I don't think I've got any blocks there. The question is, if I draw a land, I can go Wizard plus Knife, which is pretty good. I think here I can't afford to play the second Wizard. I'm going to have to do Chill. I could do Chill and Knife, but maybe I should save the Knife to get the extra trigger. Now, do I want to attack? Not really. Get greedy and play Wizard number 2. I could, but then I really don't have very good blocks. Also, the chills, like, I'm thinking, if I just do chill, I draw a card, hopefully I get another land, the next turn I can play Wizard plus Knife, and then I'm kind of doing it, right? So I think I can just hold back a bit. Unless they have counterspells. I don't really know if people main deck counterspells in this format. So let's tap this. Maybe I should be playing 18 lands. I mean, this deck is greedy. Greedy on lands. Okay, alright. So now I can go Wizard plus Knife, make 2 1/1s. I can't really attack, so let's do this plus Knife, and I'm just going to try and go as wide as possible. 2/5's a pretty big blocker, although at least I've got a lot of removal that kills a 2/5. Wait, what's this do? This is a rare. What's it transform into? Menace. When this creature transforms, how it player reveals their hand, you may choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card, then draws a card. Okay. So, they can make me discard something. Question is, do I want to play Cruel Witness or Chill from the Grave? Probably Chill from the Grave, because it gives me 2 creatures anyway. So I could chill this turn and start getting some beats in, or I could chill on their turn. I can also equip this knife this turn. The knife only gives +1/+0, but I could equip the knife to the Rallier, then the Rallier can block the Rotchard Gargantua pretty nicely. Might also draw something I want to cast that costs 3 mana. Well, I guess the Rotchard can just get blocked by like one of my spirits, so let's get in there with some dudes. No point attacking with the Rallier. So if I wanted to get really greedy, I could discard the Cruel Witness in response to their trigger and like hope to draw a land or something. But that's fine. I'm probably just discarding the land. I don't really mind if I get rid of the Witness. I guess it's a May as well. They don't have to do it. Yeah, it's kind of better. Maybe I want this land now. Okay, past blockers. Better kill a lifelinker. Can probably take that and then just trade with this and keep the wizards up. That seems okay. I mean, there's a potential that like I can wing on the crackback if I do better block. Oh, I guess they gain a bunch of life too. But this is still fine. I think I probably want to just keep this land in hand because I want. What have I got? 3, 4. Yeah, because next turn I can do Brian plus one of these things, and the infantry pump will trigger this. So do that. Play this. Target this with that. Get a bunch more flyers. Kind of going off. I'm still just going to make a bunch more flyers. This is kind of cool because they sort of can't afford to attack with that much. I think I just take that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because next turn I've just got, again, a bazillion flyers from Whispering Wizard. So I put this on, I don't know, just a spirit. And then start pumping the spirit up with auras. of absurd. Oh dear. Um, so what have I got? I've got 10, I've got 11, so I don't quite have lethal next turn. Well, I do if I attack with... If I attack with 6, they block 1. They go to 5. Yeah, alright. And then I've got 4, 5 chump blockers on the way back. Like, unless they have something that gives everything -1, -1. What are they? Yeah, alright. To be fair, that didn't seem very good against me right now. Alright, so I take that much. I pass the turn. So basically they need a sweeper. Yeah, alright. Combo! Alright, that was sweet, that was sweet. I'm gonna... Took a screenshot of that. Gonna take a quick break. Okay. Alright, we're back. We're back, and look, we've got the steel-clad spirit in our hand. We get to see how good it is. Opponent goes first. Well, we're keeping this. Alright, when I looked at this in the set review, I thought it was terrible. And I guess we'll see how it plays out. The fact that you don't draw a card, right? It's basically just an expensive scry to make a bad creature. I'm not getting it. Why? Why is this good? Not that my own start is blisteringly fast. I could sack this thing to draw a card. Probably not worth it. Well, maybe it's actually decent. I mean, I want to play this 3-drop this turn because the spirit can't attack. If I play the spirit and don't sack this, that's probably the correct play. Ooh, a rare. Don't know what this does. At the beginning of combat, target doesn't untap or tap target creature. Cool. Alright. Probably this turn. Don't really have anything good going on. Could do knife plus equip, but that's a bit expensive. I probably want to play the spirit and hopefully shield from the grave. Like if they don't block here, which they're probably not going to, then I can chill it. It doesn't really solve the problem that it keeps something tapped down. But I can also chill if they play a blocker, because they currently don't have any good blockers. I mean, I need to find an aura to make this be able to attack, or an enchantment at least. See, that's a blocker. I'll probably keep the Stitched Assistant tapped down. Yep. Yep. It's fine. This is... Oh, actually. Do I want a Fierce Retribution? Oh, I totally want a Fierce Retribution it. Okay, so this is eventually going to flip. So I can knife plus attach to the double striker. They're definitely going to block. This will flip into a 3/2 flyer, but whatever. Well, I guess I could have chilled from the grave that thing. Maybe that was a better play. Yeah, it probably was actually. I got I just attacked too fast without thinking about it. What's this do? Can only block other creatures with flying, so they're definitely attacking with it. I probably don't care though if they hit me, because I'm just going to be attacking on the ground. Alright, this smells like a counterspell or something, but let's just tap this. Counterspell or a bounce spell, maybe? Or a kill spell? Yeah, something. Nope. Okay. Seems like a counterspell then. Syncopate Exiles, I think. So, they can syncopate for 3. I'm just going to cast this one first then. Thing is, Exploit isn't that bad here. Like, countering it's fine, because next turn I can just play it. So I'll play the infantry, and then yeah, next turn I can trigger the spirit to be able to attack. This one can't block, so they've currently got 1 block. I think he probably wanted to exploit this thing. Unless they just have like a sweeper or something. Hey, more cards that don't block. I'm happy with that. Okay, that's pretty decent blocker. So I can cast this from the graveyard, means this can attack, and if it becomes a target of an aura spell. So what am I putting that on? I guess on the sentry itself. Then just playing the witness as a follow-up. And then just attack with everything. Okay. Just cast this. There's a lot of cards in their deck that don't block. Alright, so they can activate this, but like, I've got double strike, I've got +1/+1. I can actually cast both of them if I want, so let's start with +1/+1 on the spirit. I can go into my graveyard. So now they're all lethal, so double strike actually doesn't matter. I think. Just attack with everything, they make 1 blocker, and then they die. have to say the 3/3 is not endearing itself to me. It's been kind of awkward every time I've had it. I still feel like there's a place for it, but yeah, I don't really know where or what it is yet. Alright. Want the coma or the assistant? Yeah, I could have attacked with it first. Could sack the brine coma, but I think, yeah, I don't mind sacking the brine coma. Only thing is, it then shows that I've got the fear, because my plan is to cast Fierce Retribution on the backside. Oh, chill's actually quite good too. I think I still want to cast the Fierce Retribution because it's better. Okay. Well, because I'm short on white mana essentially. So I'm going to block with the assistant on that, and then kill the other one. We'll see if they've got any tricky stuff happening. All right. Well, that's fine. I can get rid of this land. So now I can do this plus chill from the grave. So I guess I'm doing it on just a 1/1 flyer. Could chill now, but I think they might have a flyer that I want to tap down next turn, so let's just attack with those two. And then we'll chill on the chill. Okay, well in that case, we'll chill this to get our extra card. Gets blown up. I have a bunch of stuff. guess I'll play the biggest one. Got a bunch of flyers though, so... Yeah, the red card that sweeps the board kind of looks pretty scary against this deck. Alright, so they can flip this into a lifelink. Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. Oh, that was a good draw though. So... if I attack with this, I can block on the repository Scarb. They're probably using the kill spell to kill this next turn. I'm not attacking with that one, because untapping a 1/1 doesn't do much. Yeah, I'd prefer to keep it back on blocks as a 3/3. Now I can play Geistens Cavalry or just double cavalry. If they say they kill that. Geisten Cavalry, infantry, whatever they're called. Ooh. Alright, so now I can't really attack but with anything apart from my 1/1s, but that's fine. Just attack with all my 1/1s, they go to 1. Am I okay losing the gift? The gift is going to be pretty good here. Maybe I just let them go to 2? They do have the harvester, so they can gain a bunch of life. They can gain 4 life. They go to 2. So if they go up to 6 again, I think I have to attack with this, yeah. Trade that one off. Maybe I should have attacked with the Militia Rallier. Yeah, they sort of have to attack with that. 2, 3, 4. And they play the removal spell for 6. No, they didn't play the removal spell for 6. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go. What's good with double strike? Guess this thing is decent with double strike. So it's lethal. Is this an instant? No, it's a sorcery. I thought it was. Okay. So then I can cast this one. On, I guess, the Drogskull infantry, just to make it big enough, because the fly, well, no, they can just take 4 from that. If they take 4, they go to 2. So then they have to block each of the other ones. That's kind of interesting. I think it's on this one. And then untap the 4/4. So they can kill that now. Make 2 blood tokens. They've got no cards in hand. And they just die, right? Because I got 4. I've only got 7. But I put this. Oh no, they can block the 3/3 and go to 1. Okay. So I think I'm just mana efficient. Play this past the turn. Now if I draw a land, I can do both. They're still looking at lethal here. This deck makes a lot of flyers. That was even a game where I didn't make many flyers. Alright, so we went off the trophy. I don't want to change anything. I quite liked most of the deck, to be honest. I think if I was going to change something, it'd probably be like another Fierce Retribution, because that seemed pretty good. To be honest, Valorous Stance has been very underwhelming. Could also take out Cruel Witness, that's been rather underwhelming. But oh, I could also take out the Steelclad Spirit. Yeah, I think I'll take out one of those and put in a Fierce Retribution for the final match. The the spirits have not been as good as I had hoped. The wizards have been very good though. If they don't get killed, then they're very good. But the fact that they come down on 4, and like, there's a lot of high value targets in this deck, so I'm kind of putting auras on things. Okay, double wizard. Where's the wizard? Here's the wizard. Can I draw a Drogskull infantry? Oh, wait, I did. Magic. Alright, what do I want next turn? Next turn I want Brinecomber and then land. Then just 2 lands in a row. Ah, fine. So what does this do? The beginning of combat on your turn. becomes a 2/2. That's fine, I don't care about that. So now I can play another wizard. What's this do? Whenever another human enters the battlefield, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So they need a human and a wolf, is what they want. Oh, they got the exile spell. Well, I guess they get to use it if they have it here. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Jund. I'm playing against a Jund deck. Child of the pack. Alright. What's this? Oh yeah, they played both a wolf and a thingo. They did it. They really did it. Kind of awkward. They're probably just going to pass the turn with this. If I draw another land next turn, then I can just cast this. So I think that's the line I go for. Because presumably they're just going to pass and not attack. And then... So then I either want to draw a land or like a non-creature spell. Huh. That's not great. Land would have been really nice there. How big? This is 4. God, I really need to draw a land. Come on, deck. Come on. I've got 17 lands in the deck. I need to draw them. Need to draw them. I just don't think there's a point in casting Circle. If I draw another white, then I can double spell. Yeah. Okay, well... Destroy that, make 2 1/1s. And I'll double block it. These don't have trample, do they? Probably chump and chump. I think I just need to save myself as much damage as possible. How much do I have on the backswing here? 3, 6. Well, they've got to cast stuff as well, so I think I just keep the wizards around. Hopefully this kills the Pac-Man. Maybe it doesn't. They might have a pump spell or a removal spell or something. Okay. Alright, flips back to day. I need to cast Circle here, I think. Which is really lame because I want to double spell this turn. I could cast this. Actually, maybe it's just more mana efficient to cast this on this. Or I could make myself a 5/4. 5-4 does block quite well. And then keep the Lantern Bearer back on blocks as well. And then presumably they pass the turn, flip it to knight again. Or I could do this, make it a 3-3 and start trying to attack. I make 2 chump blockers for 1 and 2. Yeah. So they're flipping it to knight here. I've got 5 in the air. So I'm probably still chump blocking twice, hoping to draw a land so I can double spell. If I don't draw a land, I think I'm still okay. Block that. Block this, take 4. That flips. Okay, it's not going to go knight. Well, that kind of does the same thing. So this is going to exile the pup, because that's gigantic. And Ceremonial Knife's pretty good. I can play that and equip. Oh right, I don't get to trigger the wizards with it though. I've got 4 blockers. Well, I sort of have to attack with this thing. I forgot this only triggers once a turn. Yeah, everything's attacking. So these have to block. Nothing's getting through on the ground, essentially. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Two, 4, that takes 6, so I still need to block something. Take 4, and then if they have a removal spell, good on them. And if they don't, I win. Or if they have a pump spell as well, I lose. Oh, we win! We win! Whew. Alright, first trophy. First draft, first trophy. Yeah, the 3-3 wasn't as good as I hoped. Fierce Retribution was better than I thought it would be. Alright. Pretty nice. Well, I'm going to end this stream there for the moment, since that's my first draft. But thanks for tuning in, Dom, and if anyone else was watching, thanks for joining the party, and many more drafts to come.